Well, here you going, everyone. Josh the Collector Guy. Hope you all had an awesome week yet again this week, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you're up to, hope you're able to find some awesome cars for your collections. Hope you had an awesome week. Well, not too much to share in this week's video yet again, everyone. I did get a couple other things, but I shall share them at a later date. Got some, well, another carded Redline to share with you all. Another Rrrumbler. This time a carded one. First one for the collection. Some loose Redlines as well, but we'll start off with the video from these blue cards and 90s cars I found at a car boot sale yesterday. Had to travel a fair bit to get to this car boot sale, but in my opinion it was worth the drive. Pretty much I saw the advertisement on Gumtree, which I think's maybe we could compare it to maybe Craigslist or something like that. I'm not sure if that's 100% correct, but pretty much how Gumtree works, people list stuff for sale, they list events and all sorts of stuff, and you pretty much sometimes, because I've bought a couple of things off Gumtree, like for example, someone lists this car on Gumtree and I go, oh, would you take this, or yeah, I'm interested in it, you go over and with them negotiate and pay for it and buy it, pretty much sort of like that. I'm probably jabbering on anyway, but found that there was a car boot sale a little way away from me, and I thought I might go check it out. Who knows what I might find, and what do you know? Found 5 old Hot Wheels from the 90s. So let's get stuck into it. Got the old Chevy Lumina stocker just here. Everyone knows I'm nutty about my Chevrolets. Got the old Lumina here. Remember this one from when I was a kid, and on a short card as well. Don't really see too many 90s cars on a short card. Pretty heavy as well. Well, she is a Chevy. Back when diecast was always used pretty much in the Hot Wheels. Very nice indeed. One of my favourites with the old Hot Wheels race team paint scheme on it. Got one of the Gleam teams. Haven't seen this one before. The old Aero Flash, and I think she used to be called Large Charge or something like that. And she used to come out in the Redline era as well. I think with an enamel green with the Redlines. That's going way back now. That was at least the 70s. That one's pretty cool with a wacky design. Well, wacky body anyway. How they casted that is pretty cool. I remember there was a Corvette. I remember the gold T-Bird from when I was a kid, and obviously there was a Porsche as well. We might have that one somewhere, but never knew the Aero Flash was in that series, and it's pretty cool anyway, the old Gleam team stuff. And I think there was a police car as well from what I've seen, so that one was pretty cool. All these were pretty much $2.50 each, so I think that's a pretty fair price for old blue cards in my opinion, considering some of them aren't made anymore. You can't find these in the shops anymore, so I thought that was pretty decent price. And the old Pontiac Banshee. There is another casting variation with Pontiac on the tailgate there. That one's a bit harder to find, and I'm still yet to find one. With the old Ultra Hot Wheels, one of my favourite Hot Wheels have ever produced. Pretty cool looking car as well. I think she might have been done for Demolition Man, I could be wrong, or it's just something General Motors brought out in the 90s anyway as a concept car. Pretty cool in my opinion. The old Chevy Lumina van. There's a few variations of these as well. I think it comes with larger black wall wheels. The pillar just there's deleted on one of them, and I think the interior might be black in some of them as well. I think they're a little bit hard to find. A little bit hard to find, not a little bit hard to find. Oh boy. That one's really cool. I like the old Chevy Luminas. And one I remember greatly from when I was a kid, the Peterbilt tanker with Mount Rushmore on the side. Very cool landmark in the USA. Amazing how they did that in the rocks. I think I've already got this carded, but I saw this little sticker there and I thought that was pretty cool to get a little memento of that for the free poster offer. It has an Australian address on it as well. That's down in Melbourne. So I thought that was pretty cool. Certainly we'll try and get back out to that car boot sale when it's on again, and hopefully Dad can track along this time next time as well, because I know he likes hunting just as much as I do for little knickknacks and the Hot Wheels and Matchboxes and that. Moving on now to the stuff off eBay. Got these two Redlines here. I think I got a pretty good deal on them because I know the twin mill's quite rare colour to get. Well, one's from 73 anyway, in mint condition or pretty decent condition, are pretty hard to get anyway, nevertheless. And I think this might be an ice or Windex blue, and I think that's pretty rare for the Beatnik Bandit as well, and she's a USA casting, I think, as well. But we'll start off with the twin mill. Got her for a pretty decent price, and I think she's in not too bad a shape as well, considering how old she is. And usually with the 73s as well, with the enamel paint, if you, as you can see, a little bit, few chips here and there, but I know certainly a lot of them chip really bad, because I think that's what the enamel paint was like back in the day. Like if you played with it, it got all chipped up and that, probably compared to the old Spectraflame era ones. 73 is one of the rarest years of Hot Wheels, and she shall go up here with my other pink cars as well. I know I keep flashing these all the time whenever I get a pink car, but the pink car collection certainly is growing a little bit. And there's another car from 73, the old Superfine Turbine. That one's quite rare to get as well. I was lucky enough to find one of them, but love the old 73s. Might try and track a little bit more of them down if I can, which are in my price range. I know I've seen a few on eBay I wouldn't mind getting, so we'll see how that goes. And got the old Beatnik Bandit, designed by Big Daddy Ed Roth, and it is actually a real show car as well. And I think the steering wheel pretty much controls the, well, of course it controls the car, but I think I was reading somewhere there was a shifter or something what controlled the speed and everything. It could be the steering wheel, but I think on the Hong Kong castings it's just normal plain circular steering wheel, whereas in the USA castings they put a little bit more detail in it as well, and I think she's in pretty decent shape. In ice blue, that is a pretty cool mild colour, but stands out in my opinion. Really cool car as well. I think I've seen a replica one over here in Australia as well. Not sure how much of it is actually really based on his, but it looks pretty similar anyway. Pretty cool show car as well. What imagination some car designers certainly have. Now we move on to two carded gems we're adding to the collection this week. The old Rrrumbler here, the old Rip Snorter. She reminds me of when I go to the drag racing, how the guys on the motorbikes are like going down the quarter mile, and even what you'd find on the salt flats of Bonneville, one of the guys who puts aerodynamic stuff onto his motorcycle. And my first carded Rrumbler for the collection as well, so I'm pretty happy about that. Dad and I made sure we got this one, because Dad loves his Rrumblers as well, and we'll take a look at the back. Tells you how to take the track rack off and the rider as well. Pretty cool. Would like to find more carded Rrumblers. They seem to be a little bit more harder to find than the carded Redlines for me. Really cool artwork as well. Guy doing a wheelie on his bike. So very happy to add that one to the collection. And another carded Redline. Yes, I've been going crazy with them lately, and this one, surprisingly enough, was all the way from Japan. And you'd think buying a Redline from Japan, it'd have the Japanese card, and they're quite hard to get and quite rare anyway. Having the Japanese card of the Hot Wheels, it's all written in their language, and that it's quite cool and quite unique to have in the collection. I'd love to find one of them, but I'm pretty happy with this one. I think I got her for a pretty good deal. She's in pretty good shape. Well, the car is anyway. The card's a bit tattered, but the blister's still attached, and that's always a plus. And I believe she's aqua as well, and that aqua is such a beautiful colour. Got the old original button as well. Printed in the USA. Cars made in the USA. So that's always awesome to see. And it's got the old club kit offer on the back as well. I'm sure not too many of those cards are around anymore, because a lot of kids back in the day would have cut that up and sent it away for either the, I assume it was the Boss Hoss or something. Yeah, it says the Boss Hoss, and there was the Heavy Chevy and the King Cooter as well. So that one's pretty awesome indeed. She'll go in with my other carded Redlines to keep them company, and the saga continues with my carded Redlines. I shall be on the hunt for a lot more, I assure you that. Well, that's pretty much it for this week's video, everyone. Really hope you did enjoy. Thank you to everyone who tunes in each and every week and leaves really kind comments, likes the video, or does whatever. I really do appreciate it. And all the regulars as well, who always write their nice stuff, and even a few new people what have popped up as well. Thank you very much for writing comments and doing whatever, liking the video and that. I really do appreciate it. Keep them coming. Well, that's pretty much it for this week's video, everyone. Really hope you did enjoy. And remember, as always, everyone, happy hunting. Keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have an awesome week.